Great artists, writers, and thinkers always have an ability to be in touch with the times while simultaneously being able to see what's coming in the future. Our class speaker has this gift. She's almost timeless, a fan of classic 80s movies like The Breakfast Club. She keeps up with pop culture, never missing an episode of SNL. In 8th grade, she dressed up as Sarah Palin for Halloween, complete with an accent, doing just as good a job as Tina Fey. Now, she looks to the future in the Big Apple. The class of 2013 chose this speaker because she's smart, witty, a great big sister, and an artist. She's truly hilarious, pushing boundaries in the USN Courier and Leaky Pin essay alike. One can always find this student, when not entertaining others, with her head buried in a Kurt Vonnegut book. Vonnegut is, as I understand it, one of her favorite authors, which seems fitting to me because Vonnegut is quoted saying that the telling of jokes is an art of its own, and it always rises from some emotional threat. The best jokes are dangerous, and dangerous because they are in some way truthful. Margaret Rose walks this fine line of comedy. She's courageous, truthful, yet kind. Margaret, we can't wait to see what you do in the future.
First of all, thank you to my peers for nominating me to speak today. I'm deeply humbled and honored that I can stand here and represent our class. I can't see your faces, but just know that this is for you. This is the greatest honor I've ever received. I've been here 13 years, and every year I hear our teachers and our administrators call us a special class. What does that word even mean, special? It loses its meaning after a while, just like any word. For example, we all know what the word potato means, but if you say potato over and over again in front of a mirror for 7 minutes, gradually potato's meaning fades into linguistic confusion. Potato. Special. They don't mean much. But all we have are words. And I get 5 minutes today to say words about who we are as a class. And I can't imagine that any speaker has ever been as proud as I am today of his or her graduating class. And it's a very special graduating class. Senior classes can often be defined as being either too juvenile or too serious, either immature or so obsessed with being perfect adults that they forget to be young. We are exactly who we are, nothing less, nothing more. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Our class is certainly not perfect, but it's the porridge that is just right. I know it's a little underwhelming to compare our class to soggy oats on the most important day of our high school lives, but we are soggy oats. We are soggy oats that know they are soggy oats and embrace their soggy oatness. We know how to be young. We know how to be defiant and eager and skeptical. People have told me that our class is so USN. I don't know what that means, but I agree. We question, we debate, we criticize authority because someday soon we will be the authority. In the spirit of our convocation speaker's wise words about embracing failure, we proudly taped up our failed quizzes and tests in the Commons as our very own fail wall, which was unfortunately taken down in its infancy by the man. We've learned to accept failure. This year I've seen so many people, myself included, fail a test and pick themselves off the ground and then really try and get a 48. But at least we've learned that the world keeps spinning and our lives don't end when we don't immediately excel at something. We gain so much of this wisdom from our teachers, and I'd like to speak on behalf of my class and say thank you to all of our teachers. We love you so much. Here's something that I think we can be proud of. I've heard from some old-timers here that we are one of the least judgmental groups of students they have ever seen. People judge others when something about them causes confusion or fear. And we're a hard group to confuse and frighten. This year has been full of catastrophe, ranging from college rejection to life-threatening illness. But here we all are, together one last time, graduating together, sharing one last experience. We really are a hard group to confuse and frighten, especially after this year. Our compassion and understanding for others is so valuable, and I hope we continue seeing other people as other people, not just as convenient caricatures. We're a bold group. I think we'll always take risks. That doesn't mean come back to our 10th reunion as a drug addict with 2 teeth left and be like, I'm a risk taker. No, but we should be addicts to doing whatever it is we love doing. We all have some kind of passion, and whether it's organizing campaigns or cat sitting or making cookies, it doesn't stop here. It can only grow. We can only evolve. At USN, we've had the chance to evolve, perhaps through taking classes that sparked new passions and excited our intellects, or perhaps through taking classes during which we had so much trouble staying awake that we started doodling, and look at that, that's a nice drawing of an elephant. Maybe I should pursue a career in the arts. We figured out a lot about ourselves here, and I'm proud of us, especially because we didn't peak in middle school. I could not be happier that we didn't peak in middle school. Thank you, lower and middle school teachers, for so gracefully helping us through that painful, painful part of our lives, and for not judging us when we wore orange Crocs. Sorry. And to the kids who are still in middle school here today, here's some advice. There's free lemonade on tap at almost every bar mitzvah. Take advantage of that. But back to high school. During these past few weeks, there's been a spotlight on our quantitative existences. Our individuality and our passion cannot be quantified. We're so much more than a number. We're not a 4.0 or a 3.4 or a 2.8. We're 17, 18, 19 years old, and we're alive in 2013, and we survived 4 years of high school, and those are all the numbers that matter. We are so lucky to have been educated here at USN, where there are abundant opportunities to begin evolving into our best selves. A famous film critic once commented on the importance of plot versus emotion and said, "It's not what a film is about. It's how it is about it." A good film, or a good life story, can't be summed up in a paragraph. Its value lies in the process. Of course, we're not living in a movie plot, because if we were, I would be blonde and would take out a boombox, and we'd all start singing, and the credits would roll as Mr. Durnan led us in a choreographed dance, and we all learned the true meaning of Christmas. There's still time, Durnan. But I think that little slice of storytelling wisdom holds true. It's not what our lives are about, it's how they're about it. I have no idea what will make us happy. But I think if we make the little things count, if we stay aware of what we love to do, of all the special little moments that make up our lives, and if we let ourselves make mistakes and say what we want to say, even if it's the wrong thing, I think we'll all be fine. I think we'll all be fine. We'll be better than fine. As the esteemed Conan O'Brien once said, nobody in life gets exactly what they thought they were going to get. But if you work really hard and you're kind, amazing things will happen. They just will. This is just the beginning. We did it. We made it. I love you so much, class of 2013. Let's go graduate.